So here we are in Pisces season, post-eclipse, and if it feels like you have no idea what is going on and what the next chapter is going to look like, it feels like a very transitory period that many people are currently in, as to be expected with Pisces season. So to set the stage astrologically, if we can just view this time of the year that we're currently in, Pisces season being the last sign in the zodiac. So this is literally the last 2 weeks of the year, of the astrological year. If we're more connected to the natural rhythms and cycles of the world than we are the made-up Gregorian calendar that the Pope pulled out of his ass, then we feel the new year coming. We feel 2026 coming in about 2 weeks with the spring equinox, with the start of Aries season. So just viewing this time as the real end of the year and the feelings, the emotions that come with that. It can feel scary, it can feel heavy, it can feel confusing is definitely a popular word for the Pisces energy. And with Mercury being retrograde in Pisces, things are just not super clear right now. They're very fuzzy, they're very foggy. We don't have specific answers to the questions. We're kind of floating in the Piscean abyss right now. There is an element of dissolving away, of possibly disillusionment, or just kind of a dissolving of what we have been doing, who we believed ourselves to be. Maybe it's more connected to your identity. Maybe it's connected to your work, what you want to do in the world. It just feels like for a lot of people, and then showing up in the readings that I do with people, that it is a time of being in the in-between space. So it's almost like being at this precipice, after we've moved through eclipse season. We just had our second eclipse, and eclipse season is a fated time. It brings fated happenings. It's working with the nodes of fate, with the North Node and the South Node. And so there can be huge pivots in our lives, either during eclipse season or the seeds are planted in eclipse season, and then it takes a few months for that energy to unfold. So there has probably been a lot of ideas and a lot of thoughts, a lot of visions, hopes, dreams that we're connecting with right now. And we're trying to kind of work it out logistically. Like the Virgo energy is not thriving at the moment. There is not a lot of logic and facts and details around what it's going to look like or what the steps are. There is no Excel spreadsheet for how this is going to work out. We are floating in this dreamy, ethereal, soupy, watery energy of Pisces, where literal dreams are birthed from this place. This is the imaginal realms, the subconscious realms. This is our intuition. This is psychic abilities. This is, getting out of the logical mind and connecting with something greater, connecting with your intuition, connecting with the subconscious, allowing the information to flow through when we're in that state. With the Pisces energy, there can be a lot of nostalgia. And if we're viewing this as the end of the year, the end of 2025, getting ready to start a new year, there is a lot of nostalgia, a lot of reflection, a lot of memories, a lot of looking back on the past. There's also an aspect of really marinating in these new dreams and this new path, this new vision for ourselves, for our future, of where we want to go and who we want to be, what we want to do. It's kind of working itself out in this Piscean soup right now. Again, it might not be very clear that we're in the middle of a Mercury retrograde in Pisces. So this isn't really the time to be nailing things down. It's more of the time to be playing in the subliminal realms, in this dream-like world that we're in right now, with all of this Piscean energy really affecting and influencing this new path and new trajectory that we see for ourselves. And I feel, again, going back to the Aquarius eclipse that we had previously, it felt like there were so many visions and downloads and information that was coming through at that time. And now we are here in this space of kind of letting everything catch up to those visions. We're holding them in our mind, and the Piscean soup that we're in right now is connecting us with our emotional body on a deeper level, connecting us with our true dreams, with what really matters to us, with the idealized version of how we would like to live. And so the Virgo energy is helping to kind of ground it. It's, you know, taking some time for it to catch up and like integrate it into the body. So even if it feels a little bit chaotic and a little bit like unclear and no real answers, there's beautiful aspects that are happening kind of at the base of the chart. We have Jupiter here that is making a beautiful aspect to this Pisces energy, to the sun in Pisces. It's exact today. Jupiter's going to go direct. It's been retrograde for a long time, and this has really been helping us to look at a lot of things within the family, within our emotional body, to maybe do some healing in regards to family patterns. You know, Jupiter in Cancer here has possibly connected us with our ancestry in new ways, helping us better understand our roots so that we can connect that with who we are now. You know, there is no deeper understanding of our current situation without having that connection to our ancestors, to the past, to what came before us. So this Jupiter in Cancer has been traveling through this area of the chart for a while. It loves to be in Cancer. It's a beautiful place. And when it moves direct later in the month, and when the sun moves into the sign of Aries, we start the actual new year, there will be a lot of forward momentum. You will feel that Aries energy, right? It is the fire, the spark of life, the first sign in the zodiac. It is about going out there, trailblazing, starting something new, that courageous, bold, fiery energy. But we're not in it yet. We're not there yet. We're in this Piscean soup. We're in this in-between, in this subliminal, imaginal realms of kind of waiting and just letting it unfold. There is no forcing of the path right now. Again, once Aries season comes, there will be more forward momentum. It will just feel natural, right? Because we are working with the natural rhythms of the world. So yes, understanding that there are deeper things at play here. There is support in the chart. This Jupiter in Cancer making beautiful aspects to all this Pisces energy. There is something magical going on beneath the scenes, even though it can feel incredibly confusing or just unsure, or like it's like standing at the precipice and knowing that we can't go back to something that we've done before. Like, I guess you could, but trying to find this safety and comfort and going, you know, in going back to the past, but that is not going to give you the safety and comfort that you're seeking, or like it's not going to give you the up level in your life that you're seeking by going back to something that's familiar. And we can't just, another option is like staying stuck just in between, right? Not going back to the past, but also not jumping into the unknown. And then obviously the highest expression would be to take the jump, to go into the abyss and to let yourself be transformed through that process. And I feel, again, that process is going to be coming as we move towards Aries season. More forward momentum. The fire element will be activated. Mercury will no longer be retrograde. Jupiter will no longer be retrograde, and there will be more forward momentum that is felt. But right now, we're in the in-between space. Post-eclipse, like there should be a lot of realizations, probably a lot that's come throughout this eclipse season, ideas, seeds that have been planted, and now it's kind of the following month-long journey of the eclipse energy playing out and seeing how these seeds grow. So I hope this is helpful and supports you in working with the current energy, the current astrology here in Pisces season. Nearing the end of the year, about to start the new astrological year, what I feel is the actual new year of 2026. So yes, very exciting. Again, I hope this supports you. I'm available for readings. If you would like to reach out and do a personalized astrology reading, go through your birth chart. I would start with that before I'd go into the transits and the progressions for people, just having a solid foundational understanding of your chart, along with tarot, hypnosis, psychic mediumship readings. You can see my site. The link is in my bio. I'll leave the link here as well, if you'd like to work with me.